Very, very good morning, Dirtfish friends. Day one proper of Rally of Poland. How good is it to be back here? I absolutely love it. I have to say, a long road section out this morning, 125 k's, but beautiful, beautiful countryside around here. But you know what? Not ideal for the crews. They left service at 6 o'clock this morning. They'll not be back till 8, 9 o'clock tonight. It's a very, very long day indeed for all of our crews out here. What have we got in terms of stages? 113 kilometres, 7 stages today. We finish with the Mikołajki Stadium stage at the end of the day. It's a long day, but most interestingly, again, no service. This opening stage, 29 kilometres. You've got to make sure you've got the setup right because you can hemorrhage a lot of time in here if you go in. This is interesting. Look, that's a spare tyre. He's got a used spare tyre in the back there. Softs. I haven't seen the allocation, but I'm assuming softs. We know how soft the stages are here. Yes, it's dry. It'll be a bit dusty. Let's have a quick word with Thierry. Thierry, a long road section. What time did you get up this morning?
5:10, 5:15.
It's a very long road section. And just mentioning there, 29 kilometres opening stage. That's a bit tricky, isn't it, this morning? You've got to be absolutely on it. You can't afford to dial yourself in.
Yeah, you need to be quickly on it, but we have to follow our rhythm, see how it feels, and get through a new stage. So a lot of things to discover. We won't have the best conditions, but it is what it is.
What do you expect in terms of conditions in that stage? It does seem very. There's been a lot of rain, hasn't there? How soft do you think it's going to be in there?
For us, it will be quite hard, I think, and compact. But obviously, there will be more loose on top than it was in the recce due to the drying. But let's see. I have no idea how tough it will be.
How did the car feel yesterday on shakedown?
It was okay.
You talked a bit about the new engine mapping system. Have you done anything yesterday to maybe understand that a bit more?
We have worked on it, tried to get something more similar to what I run in previous rallies. It just seems like it doesn't match my driving yet, and probably not enough time to develop it. But let's see, we will get there.
Yes, you will, because you are Thierry Neuville. Oh, that's interesting. So, a new mapping system. It's a new homologation. Good morning. We'll just say good morning to young Martin. How are you this morning, Martin?
Good morning. Very good. And you?
Yeah, busy day for you boys, isn't it? With all these road sections and junctions and little country roads. You've got to be on your game today.
Yeah, and especially the heat will be a big challenge for us. So will be tough.
We
are real athletes, you know.
You are an athlete. We saw you. We were following you for a little bit. You were holding your telephone out the window. Was that you or was that Thierry? No, it was you. I was Tanak. It was Tanak that was holding. Martin, best of luck. Let's go this way. Let's head down. As Thierry Neuville, that's a little worrying. Neuville, you don't often hear him talking like that. He's clearly not comfortable with that new mapping system. As he said, the car not responding the way he wants it to respond. Really interesting, that. Scotty Martin, Elfyn Evans. Just having a look at a couple of things here. Maybe just going through a couple of little notes. I think that is maybe what they're doing. Just making a couple of little very last minute amendments. Elfyn works all the time. They all work very hard. Elfyn's working all the time, checking through the videos. Very, very, very last minute note changes there, but you'll be checking. Wants to be 100% comfortable. We'll come back to Elfyn in a second. We'll have a word with Taka-san. Again, Taka-san always likes to do his thing beforehand. Before you get into your routine, Taka-san, we just want to say good morning to you.
Good morning.
How are things feeling this morning?
Yeah, good. Just quite early morning, but bit of a tricky stage.
Did you have some breakfast this morning?
Yes.
Please. We had breakfast. He hasn't, because I stole the last croissant. He wasn't very happy. It was an early start. We did find a service station. Just talking to Martin there, Aaron, it's a busy old road section, that, isn't it? It's a long road section, and it's all very, very Nigerian. You've got to be absolutely on it.
Yeah, there's a lot of boxes on that road section. We're on about 110 now, so when it's a 130 kilometre road section, you're nearly talking 1 box per K. So, but yeah, it wakes us up in the morning when you have to get up at 5 a.m.
And then you know, you are obviously, as you say, relatively busy on the way to the stage, but then a 30-kilometre stage to start the morning, you have to be completely on it. Does Taka approach that in any different way than he would a shorter stage, or is it just the same approach, the same routine?
No, the plan is to go from point A to point B as fast as possible, whether that is 5Ks or 30Ks, doesn't matter.
Very true, very true, very well put. You know, you're a bit of an orator, really, aren't you? Best of luck out there.
Philosopher.
Yes, maybe that as well, Aaron Johnson. Best of luck today. Quick word very, very quick word, Alvin. I know you're busy. How are you feeling this morning?
Yeah, fine, thanks.
Good. It's going to be an interesting day without the service and with this really long opening stage. What's the approach?
Same as always. Try to do the best, and let's see what comes at the end of it.
How's the feeling with the car on these roads? We know it's the first fast gravel, and a bit of testing beforehand. Shakedown yesterday. How's the feeling?
Feeling seems okay. Time will tell, I guess. But yeah, so far it's okay.
Do you listen to what the other drivers say? Because we've just talked to Thierry there. He doesn't seem very confident. Do you think there's a bit of psychology, a bit of mind games? Because we know it's you, it's Thierry, it's Oit this year for the championship. Are we seeing a bit of mind games coming into it?
I don't think so. Everybody anyway does the best always. So it just comes down to who does the best result on the day.
Absolutely. Good luck today out there, Alvin Evans. Scotty Martin looking very relaxed. If you follow Scotty's social media, he's had a good family break. Learning how to sing M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. Well, didn't you? Wasn't it a Disney cruise you were on, or did you go to Disneyland?
No, Disney cruise.
Fabulous. And it was fun? Yeah. Good. It's always fun. Any time with the kids is always fun, isn't it? Most of the time. There we are, Scotty Martin. We'll leave him to, look, Taka-san. Normally he's in the car checking. Look at that. There's a study in concentration. Now, if you could hear, he's running through that at probably double or treble speed, because you can just about make out what Aaron's saying. Take a quick picture of Taka-san, just concentrating, focusing. As Nouvelle heads to the opening stage. We've said this many times, and we always say it. We're very respectful of the drivers and the co-drivers at this time of the morning. There are routines that they go through. Taka-san is one that always likes to go through his notes beforehand. So if we can grab him before he gets into that final, almost preparation zone, we'll grab a word with him. Elvin is always a little reluctant, but Elvin will let you know, as he did there, yep, go on, one or two questions and I'm fine. And we know like Tanak can be a little bit interesting in the mornings, but there are routines you've got to respect. There's time you've got to respect, and we do our best, obviously, to respect that with all the drivers. That's all about Yoni, because do you know what? Those road sections, they've been difficult. Yoni, you're discovering all these road sections for the first time, and it's busy out there. Number one, did you get much sleep last night? Number two, how are you coping?
4 hours and 19 minutes. But it's now okay. We have done basically the job what we normally do before the rally. So after this, the rally should be okay.
So it obviously felt different during the recce, and it different from your normal preparation. But right now, this is like Friday morning, stages ahead of us. It feels almost normal.
Well, yeah, in a way. For sure, like as a co-driver, you would like to prepare for everything. So basically, you have to know a lot of stuff, and mostly it's the stuff you never even need. But now I'm going by like what's happening, so I don't have the info.
Good man, best of luck, best of luck. I do like the clean-shaven look, but I also like the Polish truck driver look. Callie, how are you feeling this morning, mate?
Quite okay, a bit tired.
I bet you are. What do you make of Poland? What do you make? Okay, if we didn't have 6 stages ahead of us, I'd have quite enjoyed that drive this morning. It's quite. Do you notice how picturesque it is out here, or don't you really take those things in?
Yeah, it looks nice, for sure. The stages and the scenery here is nice.
And the crowds are huge. That's another thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be quite busy in the stages.
A lot of support for Kalle Rovanperä.
I don't know. Let's see.
There is. You are a superstar. You really are. It's difficult. You see times like this. Look, he's got his little squeegee thing out. He's cleaning the windscreen. We forget he's a global sporting superstar. Looks like it though, doesn't he? Look, quite liking the hair now as well. So what are we going with the hair? The curly mullet? Is it? Are you happy with the length, or are you going to go a little bit longer?
Yeah, a bit too short. But I hate to go to barber, so I always make it quite short, so I have more time to.
I'm going to let you into a little secret. You know, you are a global sporting superstar. Barbers come to global sporting superstars. You don't go to the barbers. They come to you.
Yeah, I have a friend who anyway cuts my hair, so it's nice to see him in the world.
Good. He should come to you. You don't go to the barber shop and wait in line when you're a superstar. You really don't. There we are, Kalle Rovanperä. Oh, what can he do? A lot of questions. We talked to Richard Milner. Have a look at the article online. We talked to Richard Milner. Milner reckons that Rovanperä can win this one. I think that's a very big ask. But what we know with Rovanperä is he is capable of doing absolutely anything in that car. How good was the recce? Was there a rushed element to it? That may well come into it. It's a brand new event for him. He's never been here before. You know, he is capable of doing anything, but it's a very big ask. I think a podium for Kalle has to be potentially the target. Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful around here? Stage is over there somewhere, by the way. These people are all trying to be a bit naughty and work their way in, try and get around the police. All the roads are blocked by the police. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll just go down the cycle roads to get to the stage. The cycle paths. I don't blame them for trying. I really don't. It's going to be, this is the interesting thing for me today, folks. You know, what are we going to see in terms of crowds out there? We saw last time we were here, it was an issue. We saw yesterday enormous crowds, little issue during shakedown with crowd control. So fingers crossed, you know, fingers crossed that it all runs to plan today and that everything goes well. Good morning, Alex. How are you today?
For sure. You have a good weather.
Yeah.
With the sun, a little bit hot, maybe.
And it's going to be a long day. It was an early start for you guys.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. It's a long road section also this morning, and the first stage is more longer also. I think.
Are you a coffee man in the morning? Do you need a certain amount of coffee to get you going?
For sure, I think not too much because the stage is too fast. I think just to keep cool and we'll see after the first one.
Merci beaucoup, mon ami. Bonne chance! Bonne chance. Now, there we are. Look, there's our 2 minutes 30. 2 minutes 30. 2 minutes 30. That's the 2 minute 30 call for our movie star of the WRC. How are you this morning, movie star? Are you well?
I'm good, and you?
Not as good as you. I'll never be as talented or as handsome as you, but I can be as happy as you.
Yeah, you can be as happy.
I try hard.
Maybe you have over talent that I don't have.
Yeah. I do.
Everybody has talent, but sometimes people just don't use it.
Not everyone. Not everyone, but yeah, I see what you're saying. Listen, are you looking forward to today?
Yes. Yeah, I like the stages. It's really difficult for sure. It's not really normal for me, but I'm sure we're gonna enjoy, and that's the most important.
It's a challenging day. I'll let you go. I know that you're up against the time. Best of luck. There we go. We'll mention this here. Look, the 300. Awooga! He's not seen the film. I've seen the film. If you've seen the film, well, 300. I'm going to explain this, but I'm not explaining Awooga. Comments below. Awooga! And 300. 300. It is a remarkable achievement for M Sport. 300 consecutive point-scoring finishes in the WRC. Goes back, I think, to 2002. Again, have a look on our website today. A really, really great article by our head of media, David Evans, on the 20-plus years of consecutive point-scoring finishes. 300 events. 300 events where they've scored points. It is quite incredible, isn't it? And when you consider the battles that M Sport have had just to remain in the championship over the years, that is just quite remarkable. Now, this man here, a man that's always gone well in Poland. He's won this event. He was the last winner of Rally Poland. He scored podiums, really strong finishes as well. And he looked good. He looked pretty sharp in shakedown yesterday. Just checking the onboards. Is Jerry into the stage? How's it looking out there, Andreas? We think it's going to be soft. It looks very dry, though. How's it looking?
Yeah, it's looking... well, we know it's dry. So, yeah, let's see. It's going to be fast, so you have to wake up on the right foot today.
I talked to Thierry, and he said he's not entirely happy with this new mapping system you've got in the car. Are you feeling a difference? Are you happy with the way the car's handling?
I don't know how it used to feel, so on gravel everything is new for me, so I guess it's okay.
And it suits your driving style. He said it's not suiting his style.
He won this rally before, so He can drive fast.
I said that. I think there's a bit of psychology being played. You keep watching. Everything okay with your hand?
Yeah, just.
What have you done there?
Oh, we just had to race the car and got a blister. It's okay.
Yeah, he's got a blister on the palm of his hand. Yeah. Now, Torstein Eriksson, our second favourite co-driver in all of the world. I can't decide who my first favourite co-driver is, but it gives him something to aim for. He's a busy lad, such a good guy. You know, you look at Torstein's career over the years, he's worked blooming hard to get where he is today. He's done everything.
To get here to watch the windscreen.
You reckon there's a little bit of a sweat on there?
Yeah, it's been a quite busy morning, actually.
It's really busy. What, 100 and something boxes to get here in terms of the road book?
Yeah, and some work to do after yesterday's super special, so...
Not many hours sleep.
No, and it was not really needed to wake up this morning. It came automatically.
Oi. Best of luck today, boys. Big day ahead for these guys. You know, as I say, Andreas seems to really enjoy these stages. What can he do? I think definitely a podium is possible. And, you know, if he finds a rhythm this morning is so important with road position. If Mikkelsen and Eriksson find a rhythm out there nice and early, make the most of their road position, they could be setting the world on fire. Could be interesting. Now, Gus Greensmith, look. Elliot, they're coming to us these days. We don't have to go to them, they come to us. Young Jonas. How old is Jonas these days? How old are you these days, Jonas? How old are you, mate?
47.
Are you? You look, I'd have said early 40s. You're doing well. I only knew he was a bit older because he's been around as long as I've been around. 47 years old. Jeez. For a man that's worked so hard in his career, he's doing well, isn't he? Still handsome at 47. And young Gus. I forget how old Gus is. Always a baby to me, Gus.
Still young.
You're still young. How are you feeling, Gus Greensmith?
That was an early start, but I'm waking up now, step by step.
It's tricky, isn't it? It's not just an early start, it's a long road section and quite a difficult Nadgery road section. As a driver, I guess it's not quite ideal.
It's not so bad, to be fair. It was a nice, gentle drive up, nice weather. It's not so hot yet, so not complaining.
Are you a coffee man in the morning?
Okay, I wouldn't be a very good rally driver in the morning without a coffee, that's for sure.
Are you ever tempted to stop on the road section at a service station and just top up with a coffee?
I don't think it's worth being disqualified for.
Would you be disqualified for that?
Yeah.
But so if you passed the road section, the service station, so you couldn't stop at a little roadside coffee shop?
Nope.
Wow.
That'd be me out of here.
Well, you learn. I know you're not allowed to deviate from the routes, but if there was a little roadside coffee shop, you can't stop and get yourself a coffee. Gus, what's the plan today? Just very quickly, I know you've got stuff to do, but what's the plan?
Good push. We need to start well this morning because most amount of kilometres on the first stage of the loop. So start well, have a nice warm up now, and then let's see how it goes.
Well, go on, Gus Greensmith. Go on, Gus the Gardener, and we'll explain that one later on. That's his new moniker, Gus the Gardener. He's discovered a passion in life for horticulture, and he does some really clever things. It's remarkable. Honestly, I honestly thought he was winding me up when we talked about it first because he was so passionate about it. But he's discovered that horticulture gives him something in his life that he needed. Maybe a distraction, maybe a bit of calm, release from the stresses of top-level motorsport. Now, 5th place in Sardinia. What can Gregoire and Louis do here? Yeah, you know, I think they can. 5th would be a great result again, but I think 6th or 7th is very possible. But that's not what it's about. It's about getting to the finish. Again, look at this. Watching. Let's go and have a word with Louis. Let's leave Gregoire to it. He's focused. He's got his balaclava on. Louis seems very relaxed. Bonjour, mon ami. Now, le premier. What is your first language? Is it French? Is it
French.
Well, my French is terrible. How are you feeling this morning? How are you both look quite relaxed? Feeling relaxed?
Yeah, very excited. We love this kind of fast rallies, so we can't wait to start it basically.
So were you with Gregoire when he did these rallies in the ERC? So you know this region, you know these stages?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we did it together 2 times, so yeah.
As a co-driver, does that help? Does it help that you know the roads, you know the layout?
Basically, you know the area, which is quite helpful because you know where basically the service is, the parfumé is, how it looks like, and so on. On the stages itself, it's not so the same as we did. So yeah, it can help on the profile, but not on the proper stages, basically.
It's really important to know the area, though, isn't it? I remember Paul Nagel used to tell me he would go on the Sunday before the event, just walk around, just to familiarise himself with the towns.
Yeah.
Really important.
We call it pre-wiki. We are quite a lot to do that. So, for example, for Latvia, which is quite new, we will do it together with Alex Correa, which is my teammate. So we'll go 2 days before, and so we'll have a look at the area. So
I'm learning more. Pre-recce, I didn't know about that. Good luck.
I can learn to you some stuff then.
Lots. Yeah, you're never too old to learn, that's for sure. There we are. Monster heading to the opening stage. This is an interesting pairing, isn't it? Martin Sesks. Goodness me, so much excitement. What a start yesterday evening. I think 5th quickest, was he? No, he wasn't 5th quickest. But it was great. Really good performance. Martin, just tell me about it's Martins. Tell me, how will you pronounce it properly?
Martins.
Martin. Well, it's kind of Scottish, that shh.
Yeah.
Normally when we've had a few whiskies, but anyway. Martin, tell me about the feeling on that start line last night. What are the nerves there?
Well, yeah, of course, it was the first proper stage we debuted, all right? Now, from there we started to, it's a rally and we have to concentrate, and it's same rally as everyone else has and everything, so.
Yeah, but in front of all those fans, up against Solberg. Do you know what? We've seen drivers come into these Rally 1 cars in the past and really struggle to beat the top WRC2 drivers. There was a bit of pressure there, and you performed in the opening stage. That must have settled those nerves.
Yeah, as well, and the shakedown was quite okay, so yeah, looking forward to the race, because the real race starts now.
Yeah, of course. And what do we expect out there this morning? It was a long drive up here, wasn't it? Oh, goodness me, a long drive. Yeah. But good stages.
Yeah, good stage. I think this one is really interesting. We have a bit of everything here, so yeah, it will be a great challenge to start the rally with the longest stage.
We're looking forward to seeing you, Martins. Best of luck. There we are. I'll try my best to get the name right from now on. Martins. Oh, dearie me, how good was that to catch up with Martins. Very best of luck to him today. All our Latvian friends will, I'm sure, be cheering loudly for him. But just as we are heading towards our car, waiting to see what might happen in the stage, we're hearing news. Who didn't we speak to at the start? Oit Tanak. He has stopped in the stage. Hit a deer is what we are hearing. He has stopped in the stage. Guys, we are going to head off. You'll probably know by the time you watch this whether or not we found Oit Tanak. We're going to head off, try and find Tanak. For sure, stick with dirtfish.com, all our socials for more news as we find out what the situation is here with Oit Tanak. Such a fabulous run of form. He's not made a mistake. Something hasn't broken on the car. The worst of bad luck, he's hit a deer. Normally that's just with the first car that goes through the stage. He ain't the first car, he's the second car. Really, really, really bad luck. Stay tuned, folks. We're heading off to see if we can find Oit Tanak. See you shortly.